I'm out in the shop taking care of a little job. This hot air heater with a halogen lamp in it failed a little while ago. The lamp broke, so you can't buy parts for this thing from anywhere. So what I've done was I have found a lamp that seemed to be the right wattage and everything on Amazon and the right shape. So I've installed it and I'm trying to get this working. So I've got a little bit of water in there to see if I can get the water to come to a boil, and this pot lid, and that pot lid is there just so I can read a temperature off of it. I need something that I can safely get a temperature from. So we'll see what happens. I'm a little disappointed that I don't think it's getting hot enough. So despite stripping this thing apart down to its little nuts, bolts, and screws and figuring out how to mount a new light in it, I don't think it's going to work. But we'll see what happens here. So while I'm out here, I've got one other task to take care of. Yes, I'm in the barber chair. Guess who the barber is? Well, sometimes you just got to be brave and go ahead and do it. Well, I think that turned out all right. It's safer than going into town, and it's, in the long run, a little bit cheaper too. So we'll clean up here, and it's getting dark out. Unfortunately, I think this cooker is just not going to work. Light comes on, but I'm not getting much in the way of temperature control. Most I got was about 300 degrees Fahrenheit, and that's just not good enough. It's supposed to go up to 450. But it was worth a shot. So we're heading off for the trail again. I'm going to try a little something different this time. I've brought my snowshoes with me. So we're going to start out on the ice cleats. And then the current plan is to head towards that van that I've talked about before. But that's out in awfully deep snow. So I have left the backpack behind and got my snowshoes in their bag on my back. And we'll see how that works. So nice sunny day today. It wasn't supposed to be like this, but it really looks good. So we'll go out and have a little adventure again. So it is nice out here today, but the weather is, as usual, confusing, kind of clothing wise. So when I'm in the shade of the trees and the blocking of the wind in here, it's not bad. They get out in the open and the wind really rips across and it's very cold. So that's always a challenge. And of course today, as usual, before I managed to get out the door, I was already sweating. But we will keep our eyes out for deer. So we're just about to head out into the open here. I think what I'm going to do before I do that, while I'm in the shelter of the trees, is I'm going to go ahead and change over to my snowshoes now, take the ice cleats off. Because we are getting closer to the spot where I've got to cross to get out to that van that we're going to try to visit. So far, very few tracks on the trail. Nothing fresh anyway. It looks like there was a coyote that came through and followed the trail all the way along to the point I'm at so far, and then disappeared into the bush. So let's get changed over and get ready to go. Okay, we're all changed over. Got snowshoes on. Let's go see what we can find. And out into this rather cold looking wind. Well, we're just getting ready to head out towards the van. Art is out here with a friend, so I stopped and chatted with them. And there's the van way out there. So let's make our trek out there and have a look and see if there are any deer tracks or anything like that around there. It's pretty nice out here. Couple of deer tracks, not a lot. The driver's side window is gone on the van, which means the seats are wet. There is a good wind blowing. Alright, let's head for the hunt camp. Well, there's practically a traffic jam out here. Alright, so that was an interesting walk out to the van. So I've come back in from there and I'm onto the plowed road here for Art's place. So I've taken the snowshoes off and I'm just back to the ice cleats again. So the switch over went pretty easy. Everything worked quite well. So it's another little trick in my book of tricks for getting around out here. I can easily take the snowshoes with me and just switch back and forth from the ice cleats to the snowshoes. So we're on our way back into the camp here, looking for that crow. Now Art has told me that the crow has died, but he's left it laying out so I can get a picture of it. So the poor fella, I think, succumbed to the cold days we have had recently, or cold nights I should say. And because he can't fly, you know, he really wasn't able to go very far. And it just caught up with him. So let's head up to the hunt camp and we'll have a look at the crow, or his remains. Well, we're on our way out. I got some pictures of the crow at Art's hunt camp. You'll see them at the end of the video here, along with a few other shots that I took. He was a big boy. They didn't see anything wrong with him, no injuries on him or anything, but he's been hanging around Art's hunt camp for a few weeks now. He can't fly, didn't seem to walk. The only thing he was doing was kind of hopping around. So it is unfortunate that the cold got to him, but nature can be a harsh master sometimes. So what are you going to do? So we're on our way out here. Now Art has cleared me a spot off to the side of the road that's going to allow for me to bring the car in so I can get a little closer to that deer stand and bring a little more equipment with me. And the real nice thing about that is I can stay fairly late and not have very far to come out and just jump in the car and head home. So that will be that'll be nice. I'll set up the camera down in that valley and try to get some evening shots. We'll hope we get some deer movement at dusk time kind of thing. So I'll be able to hang around there for a while. Plus I can cart a few more things out to the deer stand, like a sleeping bag or something like that to wrap myself up in while I'm just sitting there. Because it does get cold when you're just sitting still in there. So that'll be a nice treat. So we'll try that shortly. But I think I think that'll be it for today's video. We'll head home, and yes, we're gonna get some hot chocolate. So thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you out on the trails the next time.